Hello, I'm Lunge the dinosaur, and after many years of exile in my cenote in Mexico, in the Yucatan, I'm sending this message. It is an urgent message that we evolve our civilization to ensure the continuation of all life, including humans, into the future. Let us not go extinct. Let us save the future. The only real human priority for the continued ability of the Earth to sustain our global technological civilization is to evolve the daily processes that are now destroying our world and bringing on a mass extinction. It is too late for political action alone to influence the tottering old men that strangle the progress of our civilization beyond fossil fuels and toxic processes that support their obscene wealth built from toxic and dangerously obsolete technologies. Without direct and immediate social engineering, our world will not continue to exist past another generation or two, due to a corrupt and stubborn, bloated aristocracy supported by a totalitarian autocracy. Our civilization has stagnated in militant imperialism. The United States uses its obscene, murderous, and unquestioned military power to extort and exploit oil rich countries in the Middle East. Our government has stalled at the great pinnacle of her power after World War II. The rest of the world is moving on from those terrible days, but not the good old US of A. I would urge the world to take global action and institute an evolutionary council to oversee a global task force to reform the human processes that lead to global warming and the destruction of habitats for all life all over the planet. A global core should be formed, made of a mandatory global service requirement for everyone in the world to spend a year doing something to make the world a better place for all life to thrive on the planet. A program of planting trees all across the world. Using the energy of young people by demanding that they sacrifice a year and be given a year's salary when they conclude their service in order to get a good start in life that they can use for their education, to buy a home, or to begin a family. We must demand the end of fossil fuels and a return to public transportation, sustainable and reliable processes, creating a 21st century world that is both private and clean and safe and convenient. An end to the totalitarian work requirement of the status quo, and the beginning of a basic income to be used for basic needs for everyone on the planet to have adequate shelter, decent food, heat, medical care, and transportation. I also suggest, in order to end the terrible violence and mental illness that has been the byproduct of our very superficial, vain, selfish, and violent lives, that we should end all prohibitions and stop legislating personal lifestyle choices that are not abusive or harmful. This includes self medication with organic and natural herbs, fungi, and other plants not technologically produced or manufactured, such as dangerous substances, tobacco, alcohol, heroin, LSD, pharmaceutical drugs, and cocaine, which are technologically altered substances, which should be decriminalized, regulated, and controlled. There should be no laws restricting sexual preference or practice of consenting adults. The sexist and male dominated traditions of monogamy and marriage must be re examined and reformed to a more naturalistic and equal appreciation of the responsibilities of freedom and of family. Sensuality and affection must be seen not as the devil's great temptation, but as a suitable and acceptable expression of special friendship, without the need for the false promises of marriage or commitment to raise a family. It should become a normal way of expressing affection and not taboo. We must end unlimited wealth and begin to tax at 100% personal earnings more than the standard personal income. The end of wealthy influence and corruption of government, and the institution of an electronic democracy, House of the People, that allows every citizen of the world to vote on issues and candidates, allowing for the people to also have a voice in the halls of power. The world should be governed by a parliamentary system and not a gridlocked, plutocratic, bicameral system. In a word, the end of the rule by the elite class. We must end the military industrial congressional complex and the war machine that it supports. The institution of peace as the only policy and the beginning of a humanitarian effort to end wealth and social and economic and ethnic inequality for every citizen on the planet, and a dedication to ending nation states in favor of a worldwide community of various cultures, honoring and trading and sharing with each other in peace and plenty and justice for all. Only in this way can we examine and reform the roots of our technological situation and civilization. If we can find the courage to make these reforms, we can save the future and, instead of extinction, create a world that can be a blessing to the world and eventually to the universe itself. For I believe that if we, as a world, end the rule of the elite and the violence that it inspires, when we put an end to poverty, starvation, scarcity, and the sufferings of the tyranny of necessity that is poverty, the universe will open up its secrets to us, and those evolved civilizations that exist in the universe will be more than glad to welcome us into their galactic community. I am Lunge the Dinosaur. It is very nice to see you again. Please stay safe and know that my love goes out to you.
am Lunge the Dinosaur, and I approve this message. Thank you. Let us not go extinct.